Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video we are gonna discuss about some really important topics. Okay, so let me discuss first topic. Name of the topic. First open the browser and then I'll show you the next topic, the topic that we are discussing today in this particular video. Okay, so first I write this, okay, and then I'll show you. Don't worry at all. Okay, so today we are discussing really important topics that you might not consider for today as if, but I was thinking, yeah. So in this video we are discussing about the function. Okay, what is exactly a function is, what the parameter does, what default arguments are, okay, what is recursion, how you can create any functions with help of recursion, right? We'll be discussing about the recursion as well, and then we'll be moving forward for the function lambda expression. So that's all for today, and then we'll be discussing about some quizzes as well. Quizzes are really important. That shows how much did you learn, right? So this is our first tab. I'm closing this particular tab as if now. Okay, so let's discuss what is exactly function is. Okay, let me check is everything going well or not. Yeah, everything is going well, and yeah, my left thumb is showing right thumb, so yeah, this is. Give a thumbs up if you are enjoying the video, if you are enjoying the playlist. Okay, so let's start. What is exactly a function? So basically we have 7 tabs in general. We will be discussing about function, parameter passing, default arguments, and the recursion, inline function, lambda function, and then we'll be discussing about the quizzes. Okay, so let's discuss about the function. What is exactly a function is? So function is a block of code. Okay, a function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task whenever we call it. So this is a major definition. This is this is something that everybody knows. If they have done some sorts of work on functions, they might be knowing about. Okay, Sakshi, can you ask me some questions based on function? Then my first question would be, hey, can you tell me what exactly a function is? Then so their answer is, okay, Sakshi, I can explain you. Function is a block of code that do some specific task whenever we call. This is in general definition that everybody give me whenever I ask about a function. Okay, you can give your own definitions as per your knowledge and all. So function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. It divides a program into smaller logical units. The bigger one, it breaks the bigger problem into small chunks. Improve readability, code maintainability, and also it does a lot of stuff. Code debugging. It minimize the code complexity. Okay, it makes code simpler to understand. Okay, easy to understand. A function can accept parameter or not. I mean, it's totally depend on yourself whether you want any parameter or not from this function. So yeah, it's a pretty obvious. It's depend on you actually. Okay, execute a statement and optionally return a value. Also return value. Would you wanna return some values or not? And also basically it's this type of a function with return, without return, with parameter, without parameter, with parameter, without parameter, without parameter, with parameter. So this is categorized into the 4 categories. We'll be discussing later on videos, so make sure to watch video till the end because we'll be discussing a lot of programs as well in the later on videos. So yeah, a function allows you to write a piece of logic once and reuse it again and again whenever you need into the program. This is what I tell you something. This is something that I want to tell you, right? This helps keep your code clean, organized, easier to understand and manage, as I have already told you. Until I write code, you are not gonna understand anything about the function, okay? C++ supports features overloading. So this is what it is showing. Not we'll be discussing right now. Let's discuss function. You know this header file, right? So basically function definition. Let me also clarify something. Return type, function name, and then parameter. This is what function look like. So, okay. Here I like function. Yeah, it's like similar to the function. So we have first return type. What this function is going to return. So basically, we returning integer value. Okay. Function name is square, and the parameter is index. Some random variable I want from this sort of function. And then we return x equal x multiply x, that is x square, and x square is always give you integer value because the function is showing integer value. It's returning integer value. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you. And then we have int main function. Okay, we have created a result variable in which I have this I am basically calling the function over here. So when I put this 5 into this function, it will give you x multiply x, that is 5 multiply 5, that is square of 5 will be result, that is 25. So here in the output, square of 5 is 25. Let me also explain you. 1 minute. No. Control and this side. No. Windows, then this. I actually want this on this. Okay, so that I can minimize it. I can maximize it because that feels a little bit overwhelming at first. C++ compiler, let me run it, then you can understand more and more clearly actually. I'll explain you over here. So let's run this code. Okay, this is header, nothing else, right? Then we have created a function, and also function creation, declaration of function. Declaration of function, either you declare your function and define at a time, also you can declare your function and define, I'm showing you declaration and definition. Okay, so what I'm telling you, let me copy it, Control X, not copy. Let me declare the function first. Int square, int x, and then we have to use this symbol. Let's check whether it's giving you a same answer or not. It's saying okay, square was not declared in this scope. Yeah, I sometime I did a mistake. There is a mistake. It's some sort of a spelling mistake. Yeah, so it's running a lot similar. So that's why I'm telling you also, you can create this function either here or you declare it and then you can define it. So it's pretty, it's depend on you, whatever you wanna do, you can do by your choice as well, right? This is called definition of a function. This is called the definition of a function. This is called a declaration of a function. Okay, Also you can declare and define at a time, but whenever you try to declare and define after this main function, so it doesn't run anymore. It shows some sorts of error. Let me show you also this. I try to run it, it doesn't run anymore. Yeah, showing this scope was not declared in this scope. So that's why you have to first declare before the main function. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. So this is all about how you can declare your own function. Okay, and then the major question is, why use functions? We are also not using, since a long ago. Why so need to use it? Why function is offers no? Why use functions? Using functions has several advantages that improve the structure and quality of the code. In my opinion, what I have seen is it decrease the complexity of code. Once you create a function, you can call again and again, rather writing the same code again and again. Okay. Also, when you use functions, it increase the readability of the code. Avoid repetition. You are not gonna writing same code again and again, so it decrease the repetition. Easy debugging. If you have simple code, you can debug simply, right? Same for the testing as well. Modular design, divide big problem into the parts. The bigger problem you can the bigger problem you can break into the chunks. That makes problem more easier. Suppose you have given some bigger problem and you are a sort of break into your problem into the small chunks. What happens is, it will give you the more readability. It will increase your readability, right? Team friendly, multiple people can work in a parallel. Yeah, multiple, it's a team friendly means every member are going to do different top stuff in that particular project and all. So it's also good for teamwork as well. So after that we'll be discussing about the syntax of a function. As I have already told you about the function syntax. How much is this? Okay, not that much. Okay, I've already discussed about the syntax of function as well, but here in this video we are discussing about different types of function as well, like void, null, like void and then function name and then parameter is also void, right? So basically in general, based on structure and it is categorized into the 4 parts. We'll be discussing later on as well. So function syntax, you can read this all this stuff. This is called the function declaration and definition both. Basically in the definition what happened, declaration what happened is, you write return type, function name, parameter, and then here you basically use semicolon. Okay, this is the declaration, and the definition you might be knowing, you define some sorts of body. You basically define its body. So that's what I call the definition of particular function. Okay, each part has a specific role: return type, function name, parameter list, and function body. It specifies what types of value the function returns. First kind of the value, like in the previous one we are returning x and multiply x, right? X square, that is. It also specifies what kind of value you are going to return with your function. Use void if there is no return value. If there is no return value now, like void, function name, and then some parameters you have just given, right? So here return type is nothing, it's a null value, it's a returning nothing. So here what happened is, you doesn't you no need to write on the return something return void. No, there is no such value that will create actually. So that's why we don't prefer to return any value whenever it's not returning something, right? Yeah. Let me drink water first. One minute. Yeah, welcome back to. So right now we will be discussing about the function name. The name you will use to call the function, this is called the function name. Like suppose you have already some name, some sorts of name, like whatever you name, people will use to call you, right? Same as happened with the function as well. If you wanna call any function, then you have to name that function, right? The name you will use to call the function, that's called the function name, and then parameter list, whatever you are giving the input, whatever you need, the input that you need actually, this is called the parameter. You might be knowing the parameter whenever we will be discussing about what yeah, it happens for the method as well. Okay, it will return some sorts of parameter. Okay, and then we have function body, the block of code that runs when function is called the function body. So basically in the function body we can we can write some sorts of statement and all. Okay, this is a body. Also you might be familiar with the body tag. In the HTML you might be knowing about the body tag as well, right? In the body tag what happened is we basically declare its own body. Okay, so then this is all about the the declaration of such functions, how you can declare your own function, and then we'll be discussing about function declaration and definition, how we can declare and define our own function. So for function declaration, introduce a function to the compiler by specifying its return type, name, parameter without the body. So ignore the background wise. Okay, a function declaration introduce a function. It will introduce a function to the compiler by specifying its return type. Okay, return type, in the return type you can give some names, parameters without the body, and is used when the function is defined later on in the another files. Okay, and then we have declaration, int add, int versus int. So basically in the function declaration we basically declare our own function. We don't need to write some sorts of a statement, we don't need to create its body, right? Then we'll be discussing about the function definition. I have already shown you how you can declare your own function. So basically you have to write your own function return type, and then function name, and then parameter, and then you need to write down a semicolon. Okay, this is all about the declaration. Also I have told you that you can declare and define your function at a time, but after main, no, it isn't valid if you declare it after main function. You can declare and define it whether before main function, or you can only declare it after main function you can define it. So this is how it exactly goes on, right? So function definition contains the actual code that specifies what the function does and when it is called, right? I mean, I'm just explaining you what exactly a function does. What exactly a function does whenever you define any function. Like you have just declared and you just given some sorts of parameters inside the parenthesis of what? Parenthesis of function, your own function, right? Function definition contains the actual code. Actual means not the original. Copied. Do you know copied? Do you know copy? Copy means copy means clone of this real original value. Okay, so function definition contains the actual code that specifies when the function does when it is called. what it be doing, what it be doing something, what its works is going to be. It's all defined by definition. You got my topic right? Okay. Then we'll be discussing about a declaration needed in C++. Do you think declaration needed for a function? Let me think. Yeah. Declaration shows that this function has been declared, as you also do for the for loop as well. You might be knowing about it, right? A function must be declared before it is used. So compiler knows its name, return type, parameter, even its even if its definition appears later on in another file. This allows the compiler correctly recognize and validate functions called in a larger or multi-file programs calling a function. Okay. So also we can call these functions like this. We have this function, we have created this function, we have this function. We have int main. Okay. And here we are calling this function, this multiply function, and we have given 2 parameters here. So basically this first function, that is greet, it's not inputting any value. Like in the bracket you didn't even write down some value, so it's not, you can't give any input into it, so that's why we didn't even write down over here. Also rather than 1 minute, what's this, so sorry for that. Rather than writing this now, you can simply write down here, 1 minute, I'll show you something. See out, and then let me try to do something. Why it is giving me 1, huh? Let me try something different. But now it will give. Okay, it's not running. I think some sort of mistake I did over here. I'll also show you how you can. Okay, I can't see my cursor. Okay, let's avoid as if now for now. Let's discuss about the explanation of this function. We are discussing about the first function, that is greet function, a parameterless void function that prints a welcome message and is called in main. So yeah, this is all about the declaration of any function. Okay, the greet shows the how you can declare your own function before the main function. I have already told you, right? And then multiply function, what it does. Okay, it's okay. We have given 2 parameters here, int A and B. Okay. Also, it depends on you whether you want some parameters or not, right? I've already discussed about some sorts of parameters and return type as well in previous videos, so make sure to watch this video before watching this one. Okay, so it takes 2 integers, return the product, and is called in main with 4 and 5, returning the result when it is print off. Function calls allow you to use codes. Yeah, I have already discussed this. Okay, this is the last topic. I think yeah. This is the last topic we are discussing of this video. In the next video, we'll be discussing other topic as well. I might consider that every topics we are gonna discussing in depth, so that you can get each and every knowledge about each and every topic. That as I am discussing right now about the parameter and argument, what exactly a parameter and argument does whenever you create some sort of function in your code. A parameter, a function can accept input values called argument, which are passed during the function called and received through the parameters. Okay, and parameters are defined within the function's parentheses. This is the same as asking about a function can accept input values called argument, which are passed during the function call. So that means I'm also showing you that what is exactly a parameter and what is exactly an argument. So here, where is my cursor? I can't see my cursor. I got confused sometime. Where is my cursor exactly? No, actually the screen is black now, so that's why I got confused sometime. This is called the arguments, okay, and this is called the parameters. So basically, in general, parameters and arguments are nothing. The value that you are inputting called the argument. This is a parameter. Okay. A function can accept input values called argument. The input values in num1, this is our argument, which are passed during the function call and through receiving as n. This is called the parameters. Defined inside the function's parenthesis, right? Inside the function parenthesis, we basically write down our own parameters, and whatever the value we give, whatever the value we insert inside this, parenthesis inside the main, that would be our argument, not our parameters. So whenever a person is arguing to you that hey man, look, parameters and arguments are going to be similar, going to same, then you have to explain that no, the both are different, and this is the major difference between the both. Got it? Okay, I think also you got it. And return type and then function name and then type name 1, type 2. Also I have told you that it is dynamically. 1 minute. Yes, so sorry for that. That's why I didn't tell you. It is statically typed languages, and statically typed languages was those languages then in which basically you have to write down the data type first, and then you can declare these all stuff. So the stuff as well about this. So first we have to write down the type of the variable, like int a, int b, float a, float b, like that. And then you write function body and then return value. Okay, this is what goes on whenever you declare some sort of function. So basically this is an introductory video. I'm not saying that I have covered each and every stuff about the I'm not saying that I have covered each and every stuff about the function, but yeah, in general I have explained you the definition itself, and a little bit about the declaration and definition, the major difference between argument and parameter. So this is all about this in this particular video, and then later on video we'll be discussing a little bit different stuff about the function. So make sure to watch till the end, and yeah, like, subscribe and give up thumbs up. So that's all in this video. Bye bye, see you in the next one. Take care.